What's up everybody, this is Master Ian Gamer, and today I'm going to be talking about the upcoming 2018 Overwatch Anniversary event. Being perhaps the most unique event in terms of content, many people have been excitedly awaiting its return to either unlock some of its cool skins and dance emotes, or just to see what new content Blizzard adds to it this year. So in this video, I'll be discussing when we can expect to see the event start, and discuss what we might get with regards to teasers, and possibly even new skin sneak peeks leading up to its starting. Without further ado, let's jump right on in. Now, I'll take a moment real quick to acknowledge that I did make an entire video theorizing how the 2018 anniversary event could end up being delayed and renamed. I will talk more about that a little later in this video and how it plays into everything, but for now, let's assume that we're in the timeline where it doesn't get delayed. So, as we've seen with the majority of Overwatch's repeated events, we can expect it to start this year sometime close to when it did last year. If Blizzard wants to continue calling it the anniversary event, then having it run actually during the anniversary itself is pretty important. Overwatch first launched on May 24th, 2016, and we saw the 2017 anniversary event start one day prior on May 23rd and run the usual 3 weeks until June 13th. Therefore, given that events normally start on a Tuesday, the 2018 start date should be May 22nd, and it'll then likely end on June 12th. Additionally, it's worth noting that the BCRF charity mini-event, which is currently running, ends on May 21st, which just so happens to be the day before Anniversary 2018 is expected to start. Real quick before I move on, I just want to remind you to subscribe and turn on notifications if you haven't already. That way you can both help out my channel and never miss any of my future Overwatch content. Anyways, back to the event. Now, we'll also almost definitely be getting some kind of teasers leading up to the anniversary before it starts. Most events have gotten a Twitter teaser confirming when it'll start 1 week prior to its start date, although the exact method Blizzard uses to announce this can vary. For those of you who remember the 2017 anniversary event, there were multiple Twitter teasers in the week leading up to it, each showing off some of the new voice lines, skins, or dance emotes. It seems incredibly likely that we'll end up seeing something similar happen this year, especially considering what they did to build up the Blizzard World update and Retribution event. For both of these, Blizzard ended up teasing every single new skin via Twitter teasers and trailers prior to the event starting. While personally, I hate how they did this since it ruins all the best surprises before it even starts, it likely produces a lot of hype and attention for the game, so I would not be surprised to see them do it again with Anniversary 2018. I'd say just keep your eyes peeled to Twitter as well as the Overwatch blog and forums, as we could be seeing something announced fairly soon. As for the kinds of new content we could see during the event, this is actually much harder to pin down. Given that last year the anniversary event had a very miscellaneous theme, it was basically an excuse for the devs to add skins that wouldn't fit into any of the year's other 5 events. Therefore, we could, quite literally, see anything. The 3 heroes who weren't in the game for the event last year, being Doomfist, Moira, and Brigitte, will almost definitely be getting a new dance emote to match with the other heroes. But regarding what new skins I personally either expect or want to see for this event, well, I'm going to be saving those for their own video shortly after this one. And if you guys got some really good ideas, then I'll be sure to feature them in my upcoming video. There is one more aspect of the anniversary event I want to address though before wrapping up, and that's the event-specific game mode. Last year's event introduced the Lockout Elimination and limited dual arcade modes, as well as the Necropolis, Castillo, and Black Forest arena maps. However, all of these became permanent additions to the game following the event, so that leaves things rather up in the air regarding what we could expect for this year. It's possible that we'll get additional new arena maps to help diversify the arcade modes that use them. However, I consider this to be somewhat unlikely, given that we just got the new Rialto map, and we know that Horizon is currently undergoing a major rework. It just seems like the dev team has already had quite a bit on their plate lately with regards to working on maps. We also might see a competitive version of one of the current arcade game modes get added, since Blizzard has done this before with Lucio Ball and Capture the Flag. The game mode I originally had in mind for this would be 6v6 Lockout Elimination, but we literally just had a short season of that which ended earlier this month. Therefore, overall, I'm not too sure what to expect this year for the event's limited time game mode. It seems entirely possible that, just like the new skins, we could literally be getting anything. If you've got any ideas for what it could could be, then please feel free to leave them in the comments below. Okay, so now that I've just spent all this time explaining what we might expect for the 2018 anniversary event, how does the delayed event theory I mentioned earlier fit in? Right now, it sounds quite a bit like I've contradicted myself between my two videos, but in order to clarify things, let's look at it all as being one of two possible timelines. Timeline A is where Blizzard decided to leave the anniversary event more or less the same in 2018 as it was in 2017. Everything I just discussed earlier in this video is assuming that Timeline A will happen. Timeline B, however, is where the anniversary event ends up getting delayed and renamed this year due to any or all of the factors I explained in this video. I do strongly recommend you check out this video if you haven't already, as there are some very interesting points that are worth considering. Anyways, at the time of me making this video, Blizzard has yet to publicly confirm which of the two timelines we are actually in. At this point, everything is technically still just theoretical, as there has been no official confirmation or even event teasers to suggest that the event will either start on May 22nd or be delayed until June. However, once we do get some kind of official statement by Blizzard, which hopefully will be soon, then I'll be sure to update the pinned comment below to let you know for sure which of the two timelines we're in. So look forward to that if it hasn't been updated already. Hopefully that wasn't too confusing, but regardless, thank you all so much for watching, and be sure to let me know your thoughts about the upcoming anniversary event in the comments below. If you have any ideas for cool new skins or game modes we could be getting, then I'd love to hear them. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and share it with a friend if you really liked it. Subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and turn on notifications to both help out my channel and keep up with all my future Overwatch content. This is Master Ian Gamer signing off, and until next time, have a great day.